Hi everybody, Craig Marble here with Diamond Equity Investments. We're here with Brian and Jean. We just wrapped up settlement on their property and we want to ask them a few questions about the process, if they had a minute for us.
Sure.
First question is, why did you decide on Diamond Equity Investments? Tell me about your process of ultimately arriving to selecting us, please.
Sure. So we chose Diamond Investments, Equity Investments, for helping us with this sale, primarily because we had an older home and we had a tenant who we had troubles with collecting rent. And we also were relocated out of state, and so dealing with the local issues of trying to figure out what's the best way to work with the tenant challenge. And also in the times of COVID, there was a lot of complexities there. So Diamond Equity Investments, Craig specifically, did an amazing job helping us, navigate that course.
And you decided on a company like Diamond Equity instead of listing with a traditional real estate agent. I know you had considered a real estate agent, you had gotten some quotes and also some contractor quotes. Can you tell me a little bit about that process and what you ultimately made the decision to arrive to us?
Sure. So the big thing with the home that we had was it needed some updates. And so several realtors suggested that we can get a much higher price, but we'd have to invest in, doing some contractor updates. And we had interviewed or did some quoting processes with contractors, and the big challenge there was they just didn't seem as interested in the deal, and so that was a little bit concerning. And so when home buyers want to buy a house, they often don't have the time and energy to invest in, knowing that they have to fix something up, and so they want things to be perfect, and I understand that. And so we were bridging that gap of, all right, do we invest additional capital and then get a higher selling price, or go an alternative route with Diamond Equity Investments, and we chose to do that.
Thanks for sharing that. In terms of our process, is there anything that you would give us in terms of feedback on how to improve our process from a communication standpoint and getting to the settlement table like we did here today?
Sure. So the way the process worked for us is we had you guys come out, look at the property, and then we paused for a while because we weren't too sure what we were going to do. And then when we got finally made a decision to move forward, the way the process worked was we got a quote. And then it was, initially not sure which resource at Diamond Equity to work with. And then it was once I identified one resource to work with communicating, and then working through the process, that really helped us a lot. So just knowing who the point person is, that would be the opportunity area, just to say, all right, this is once the deal is signed, this is who you work on executing to get through the process.
Yes, it makes sense because we have a number of players on our team, and having that point person is going to be very important. So thank you for that feedback. Any advice for someone that's in a similar situation as yours going forward who may be considering selling their property?
The big thing for, as you go through this process, you need to figure out how much time do you want to put in it?
Yeah.
So that's the big thing. Time is never on your side. And so if you're going through this process, really making the choice of a standard realtor versus a firm like Diamond Equity Investments, you're going to have to make some investments and choices. And so, where are you on that endeavor? And for us, being located out of state, working with a tenant who had some challenges, and in the time of COVID, this was definitely the not necessarily the easiest path, but also the most direct path, because they had the experience and the staff who could work through the challenges that we had.
That's great. Thank you so much. It was great to work with you, and congratulations on the sale of your home.
Thank you.
Thank you.